Number 20. Ramen. Ramen is the most classic Japanese dish, delicious, very cheap and full in variety. You can easily find hundreds of ramen restaurants, or as they are called, Ramen I, in any city you will visit in Japan. They are usually very small and aimed at having customers go in and out pretty quickly, so the etiquette usually dictates that you shouldn't stay there much longer after finishing the meal. There are different types of ramen, with the most common being the shoyu ramen, with soy sauce, shiu ramen, lighter version usually made of chicken stock, miso ramen, and tonkotsu, made of pork bones. The best ramen I have ever tried was in Kyoto, in a place called Ginjo Ramen Kubota, and the dish was not a regular ramen but a tsukemen, a dish of noodles with a special dipping sauce. Animal cafes. Japan is obsessed with cuteness, and this is the reason they have so many different pet cafes. You can find cats, dogs, owls, hedgehogs, and other adorable animals. Owls have quite a significance in Japan. They are considered to bring luck and good fortune, and it is legal to own an owl. People treat them with a lot of respect, so it is really recommended to visit an owl cafe and experience that. You usually pay for time spent inside the cafe, and all the drinks are included. Quite often you might need to leave your coats and outdoor shoes, and also respect the level of quietness. Number 18. Nikko. North of Nokia is an absolute gem of a nature, with mountains, waterfalls, hot springs, and fantastic air. Nikko has its almost fairy tale-ish side to it, with Toshogu Shrine covered in fog and moss. In fact, the Japanese obsession with moss is very obvious in Nikko, and so-called moss viewing tours have been really growing in popularity. Toshogu Shrine is the final residence of Tokugawa Ieyasu, and it's a very colorful and extensively decorated place with a lot of Chinese influence in its decoration. Besides that, you can hike around, enjoy onsens, and try a traditional delicacy, yuba, a local dish made completely out of tofu skin and which comes in different shape and form. Hakone. Hakone is the city best known for its hot springs, onsens, and for the view of Mount Fuji. In reality, there is plenty to do in Hakone, from visiting a beautiful open-air museum in Gora to taking a ferry on Lake Ashi to explore the surroundings and enjoy some fantastic views. One of the most recognizable sights of Hakone is of course Hakone Shrine, with Torii Gate floating above the lake. It is probably the most Instagrammable place in the city, and the line to take a photo starts at the top of the stairs leading to Torii. Another thing you should do while in Hakone is to take Hakone Shinhotaka Ropeway to enjoy the views and try some delicacies while waiting for the ferry later. Number 16. Combinis. Combini is a short name for a convenience store, and oh boy are they good in Japan. 7-Eleven, Family Mart, Lawson and Ministop will be go-to places during your trip to Japan. You can find anything in a Combini, starting from shirts and socks, ending with urchin rice crackers and onigiris. Please do not skip onigiris, by the way, it is a fantastic, super healthy snack the Japanese are obsessed with. Combinis are open 24 hours a day and are such a good spot to buy some healthy things as well when you crave a little break from classic Japanese flavors. They have a fantastic collection of cup noodles and really good yummy Japanese dessert. So a lot of things to choose from and a really good spot to visit. Number 15. Takayama. Takayama is one of these rare Japanese cities that are not initially on the map for a lot of foreign travelers. which means it is still considered off the beaten path and it doesn't have the crowds you are most likely to encounter in other Japanese cities. Old city of Takayama is famous for its wooden merchant houses preserved very well all the way from the Edo period. Takayama has always been and remains an artisan city famous for pottery, carpentry and local food. This region is also recognized for Hida beef, a very tender beef with fantastic marbling. You can try this beef in different food stalls all over Takayama. Besides that, the city is recognized for its big sake tradition, since sake brewing existed here for 400 years. You can go to any sake tasting place, purchase a cup and choose from a variety of sake to try. Takayama is surrounded by mountains, so it has an absolutely standout nature. Walking around the city and enjoying the autumn colors is really one of the most beautiful experiences in Japan. Number 14. Ryokan Experience. Ryokan, a traditional Japanese-style inn that features a classic Japanese type of housing, tatami floors, onsens, traditional dining experience and traditional clothing. Usually yukata, a bathrobe you can wear to a public bath. Ryokans usually have both public and private baths, sometimes indoors and outdoors bath. The traditional meal usually consists of dinner and breakfast already included in your stay. Quite often you can also find there a traditional Japanese-style garden. Ryokan is an experience of its own, and if you want to see traditional Japan, it is definitely a thing to do. Number 13. Shinhotaka Ropeway. Shinhotaka Ropeway takes you more than 2,000 meters above the sea level to an observation deck with the views of the Japanese Alps. The ascent consists of two parts and involves two cable cars. At the first stop you can have some rest, enjoy the hot springs, get some bakery and have a little hike. The views are fantastic, especially during autumn foliage, with a great variety of different colors. One cable car later and you are on top, where you can get some coffee, enjoy the views and then hike around. The area around the Shinhotaka Ropeway is also rich in nature, with some hot springs, beautiful flora and nice walking trails. It is not the easiest to get to Shinhotaka Ropeway since it takes around 1 hour and 40 minutes by bus from Takayama, but the views are absolutely worth it, especially if you're into nature and crave some peace. Number 12. Sushi. It would be a crime to leave Japan without trying sushi at least once. Pretty much any sushi you will get will be of fantastic quality, so do not overthink it too much. Conveyor belt sushi offers a unique Japanese experience, and it is pretty easy to handle since you can just take whatever you feel like having and whatever looks good. A proper sushi bar is more pricey but unforgettable. The ratio of rice to fish is fantastic, and fish is usually so fresh that it has this unique flavor and a really nice aftertaste. Number 11. Street markets. Street food scene in Japan is really an integral part of Japanese life. The amount of street markets only in Tokyo is truly overwhelming. The famous Tsukiji fish market has been a very popular tourist attraction for years. There is so much different food specialties you can find on those markets. Everything from a mouth-watering Kobe beef to a fantastic variety of mochi sweets. Japan is especially known for its huge oysters that you can find at any fish market. They are very fresh and that's why super fishy, so it is definitely an acquired taste. In general, you can find even some proper restaurants and street food markets, so go ahead and try them, as food there is usually as fresh as it gets. One thing to have in mind though is that it is not really acceptable to walk and eat on the go. You can even see "Do not eat while you walk" signs in many places in Japan. Alright, hope you enjoyed the first part of the video and it was useful. Please subscribe to my channel if you want to see the second part of the video with the last top 10 experiences in Japan.